what is cold form structure? What's the end product here that I'm going to care about this as an owner and as somebody who's going to consume this thing?
So on a simple level, it's creating offsite sort of building blocks, and we're going to assemble them on site. The traditional, stick built or vertical world has been, located on site, and that has its challenges and weather and all sorts of other things around that. So we take that offsite, protected environments, safe environments, and then we put these pieces and parts together that we can assemble on site. So to that point, it takes a lot more engaged sort of design and coordination process. But when you get that right, they just click. They fit together kind of wonderfully when you get those processes right on site. But again, a lot of advantages to an owner in terms of the faster, the less carrying costs on your loans, insurance. Rates are different in terms of the types of materials that we use. There's just a lot of advantages, top to bottom. And really, not to say it to reinforce what David had said. We've been in the middle of a labor shortage for a long time. There are for us to get back to sort of an assembly type of work structure is one of the biggest ways that we're looking towards the future of how we stay in this industry and provide a better product or continue to provide a good product for ourselves and our customers.
I've again had some experience with light gauge steel framing before, but typically it was in like a large concrete structure or something. And I think what you guys are talking about is the whole structure itself is completely made out of light gauge steel. Is that correct?
Exactly. Yep.
Very cool.
You got it.
And yeah, so like help me understand, like, because that seems like if I'm an engineer and I designed a building that was meant to be concrete or whatever, that's a lot of re-rate for me. Or how are you kind of working upstream with engineers and selling this newer style, or is it new in the market?
The engineers that we work with, I would say industry leading experts in cold form steel. So they understand it. I think where it can be a harder sell is with the architects and project owners and stuff like that to understand what are the benefits and why. There's a lot of insurance benefits. There's a lot of fire code benefits. It's not to say that, it's just different than wood, right? There's other challenges. Things are different, but I think that's where we win out is in some of those realms.
It's interesting, Nathan, just to add to that, we're prepping to speak to a developer right now with our engineer, and he has suggested that we're going to get rid of that concrete podium also and do the entire thing top to bottom. Again, this is just trying to take more trades out of it and be more productive in that way. So it's kind of interesting the advantages we're able to offer developers and owners in that way.